Hello. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to try a little experiment. I have an owl here and I'm going to try to paint his colors. Now I wanted to do this video to give myself a chance to introduce myself more. I decided to start this channel just because it's something fun, something different. It's something for me to do with free time. And that one needs to be opened. So starting from the beginning, I have an eye condition which limits my ability. It's called ocular albinism with nystagmus. And so my vision is pretty poor, and my eyes will shift by themselves. It is kind of embarrassing. I've been dealing with it since I was 18 months old. And I heard all the jokes in school, you know. And so I don't like to put myself on camera too much because of that. Disability can be rather embarrassing, and I have to keep things pretty close up to read. My vision is so poor that I'll never be able to drive myself around in a car and get my daughter, and the best we can do is hop on the bus, and that's not ideal most times. If it's slick out, you know, it's not safe for me. So I'm a single mom, and I think I just put phthalo green on here twice, but that's okay because it's so pretty. A single mom, and I have a son who is 22, and he just moved out and is starting his life. He moved within 3 miles of me so that he can be here to help me get around and such. And my daughter is going to be 18 in just a couple of months, and I worry about her. She's been through a lot. We'll just leave it at that. And things haven't always been easy for her. But so yeah, it's just her and I for the first time in a very long time. And we're trying to get our bearings. And while she's in school, I thought, well, let me get this YouTube thing a try, because I'm just sitting here doing nothing anyway, because I can't do a whole lot work-wise, because transportation isn't, you know, always the easiest to come by in my situation. And so my son gifted me these acrylic paints. He's an artist, and he left them behind. And I said, well, can I have those? And he says, well, sure, Mom. I don't know how good I'll do, but we'll give it a try anyway, right? Because it never, ever hurts to try. And if I go over a little bit, well, what can you do, right? So I'm in my mid-40s, and I've been married twice. First time ended because he thought he could treat my daughter any way he wanted, and I disagreed. So that put an end to that real quick. And the second time, how can I put it? He's a really nice guy, but when you're with somebody who struggles with mental health issues, nobody ever really thinks about the effect that it has on the person who loves them. And with having the 2 kids, I can only focus on so many things at once, and my kids only really have me well, they have my family. I have a wonderful, large family, but at the end of the day, I'm their mom, and so that didn't work out. We're still friends. We still talk, but romantically, it's never gonna be the way it used to be. And I think I'm okay with that. I really am. I had a series of interesting relationships, to say the least. I'm a survivor of domestic violence. My son's father thought that he could use me as his punching bag, and I disagreed. So my son and I flew out of there when my son was about 2. He's been in and out. He likes to tell my son that not when he can't, but when my son was young, he used to like to tell him that he was going to come get custody of him and take him away from me and whatnot. And nothing ever came of that. Of course, you know how men like that are. Not all men. There are some wonderful men in this world. But there's also some not so nice people in this world. But you do the best you can, you move on, right? So that's what we're doing, and trying to make a life for ourselves best that we can. And I know chances are people probably won't really watch my videos, and that's okay, because this is kind of fun, you know. I'm enjoying it. Kind of cathartic, you know. You talk to the camera, and people may listen, people may not. Either way, it's fun. There. Not perfect. It's hard for me to get in there and get the little grooves the way I'd like it to, but hey, it's okay. I really like this brush. My son gave me some brushes to use too. He said, make sure you wash them out, Mom, because if you don't, they're going to clump up and they'll be no good. So, put a little bit more brown down here. Let's see how that goes. My dream would be to get an easel and paint like Bob Ross. But who doesn't want to be like Bob Ross, right? But yeah, so back to what I was saying. I missed them here. I'm the third of 5. I have 2 older sisters and a younger sister, and a brother that passed when he was real young. And my sisters were pretty popular. They always looked out for me, took good care of me. I dealt with a lot of bullying because of my eyes, and any joke you could think of, I could hear it. You know, I've heard it, and I used to get really, really sad about it. But now that I'm older, I don't care what people think or say. I tell my daughter all the time, what other people think of us are none of our business. And if I spent time being sad about what people said about me, I'd spend my whole life crying, you know. It just got to the point where it is what it is. And it doesn't matter how beautiful you are, or how thin you are. There's always going to be somebody who has something to say about you. You know, you're not thin enough, or you're too thin, or whatever. Somebody's always got a negative thing to say. So I went and picked up just some cheap brushes from the Dollar Tree. Just in case I didn't like my painting experience, I wouldn't get out really any money. So yeah, as you can tell by the name of the channel, I absolutely adore my owls. I think I'll use this one. And I'm going to use a little bit of this phthalo green. I really like this color. pretty. Owls are like my spirit animal. They're so sweet. I don't know why all of a sudden in the last year, 2 years maybe, I've really taken a liking to owls. I can relate. When I had originally bought this owl for my son to paint for me, he never got around to it. So I thought, well, I'll do it. We'll see how it comes out. And my son, this is hard. I know I'm all over the place. I don't have a script or anything. I'm just trying to fly by the seat of my pants here. Son graduated in 2018, and he is incredibly artistic. He's very much a perfectionist, and he will take a long time just to complete one art project because he wants it to be absolutely perfect. And I get it, you know. You put your heart and your soul into something and you want it to be a certain way. So yeah, I understand it. So I thought, well, you know what? I'll just paint. Give myself something to do. And if I like it, maybe I'll paint some more. Who knows? I also want to get into like making wreaths. I can do those blankets where you tie the knots at the ends. I did one of those from University of Michigan theme for my ex-husband, and took a lot of time to do it and put a lot of care and love into it for Christmas. And when he left it behind, and so I'm going to do the head this color anyway. He left it behind, and so it went to my son, and his son moved out. It came back to me, so yeah. There's that. I really like that color. I think it's really pretty. I think we need to put a little bit more on his belly and try to cover up some of these brush strokes here. What do you think? I think so. Try to get in there without There we go. Let's see. We mix a little bit of that. Maybe we can lighten it up, but get some of that titanium white in there. I think. For his face. Mix it up like that. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Look at that. I also have a little miniature owl that we're going to paint. And then I'm going to let this dry overnight. And then tomorrow I think I'll see about painting some eyes on this little guy here. Oh, I got brown in them now. Oh well, what can you do? love phthalo green. This is so pretty. Super duper pretty. Again, I'm not a Picasso or professional painter, but we'll see how it comes out. I don't know if I want to paint eyes on him or if I should get stickers for his eyes. Yeah, go to Dollar Tree and get those big cuckoo stickers. Let me know down in the comments if you watch this, if I should try to paint his eyes or if I should buy stickers. What you think? So I don't know if you see my shirt. Friends, I love Friends. Just recently went through and watched the whole series from end to end, and I laughed so hard. They are so funny. A lot of the jokes didn't hold up well for today's society, you know, and people are allowed to feel how they want to feel, you know. And I agree with it. That's okay. But everybody's entitled to their own opinions and feelings, thoughts. Now I'm getting slappy. But yeah, I love Friends. They are so funny. I am a child of, well, I graduated high school in 97. And so, a 90s baby. Well, 79. Teenager in the 90s, you know, where you could have fun before anything was recorded. And my first TV show that I ever fell in love with was Beverly Hills 90210, Team Brenda. I just loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. We gotta touch up his little head here. See some streaks. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Touch it up. But yeah, I loved 90210. And of course, I like all those shows. Dawson's Creek and One Tree Hill. Love One Tree Hill. My sister recently got me into watched Everwood. Fantastic show. If you haven't seen it, you should. It's really good. But I'm not all sappy drama TV shows either. I love horror movies. Let's see. Halloween is my favorite, followed by Nightmare on Elm Street. Don't look too bad. And I love them all. Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, The Exorcist. I'm big fan of horror. Love Halloween. Halloween is my favorite holiday. Absolute favorite. Some people would say Halloween's not a holiday. Well, in this house it is. Okay. Well, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Whoop. He needs a little touch-ups on the brown in that, but all in all, I think he went pretty good. You know, pretty stinking good. Just get a little bit more down here. in. So I also have thought of sharing some stories with you guys because I am a firm believer in the afterlife, supernatural, ghosts. I believe that my house is haunted. My grandmother, I am full-blooded Hispanic Mexican, and my grandma was real superstitious, and I think I get it from her. I've seen a few things, heard a few things in this house, and maybe one day I'll make a spooky video at night and fill you in on my ghost stories. I like to go ghost hunting. I might post a couple videos about that too. There's a cemetery near here, about 20 minutes from where I live, and it's probably one of the most haunted cemeteries in Michigan. I'm on the west side of the state. Lake Michigan is 5 minutes from my house. It's pretty much in my backyard. Very blessed to be so close to the fresh water. Small town, it's about 150,000, 160,000 people. Not real big, but it's not a one traffic light town either. But it's home. Like it. So yeah, I know I'm kind of just touching on everything, but just a variety of videos that I might make and post. And like I said, nobody watches these well. I'm going to have fun doing it anyway. Doing it for me. Okay. I think this guy's done for now. So we will set him aside to dry. And then I have this little guy. Let's see what we can do with this little one. See my cool mug. All my villains. Pardon me. Okay. Let's start with this little one. And let's give him blue eyes. Oh. There we go. And then got some of that blue on the brush still, but that's good. Let's see if I can do this. Pardon me, I know I'm really close, but my my vision isn't so good, so I kind of have to get up in there. So if you have something negative to say, I've heard it all. So whatever. There we go. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so then we'll put this guy here. This is our phthalo green brush. I don't know if we're going to use that or not this time. I need a really little, let's see. Yeah, like this guy. Little, very fine, thin. Very fine, thin. That makes a lot of sense, huh? can get this is hard, but for me, there we go. That one worked out better. If I take my time, give my eyes a second to focus, so I just rushing in like a wild woman. There we go. Put a little bit more color on there. That looks hopefully pale there. There we go. Get that in there good. Little grooves. I'm sorry, little paint man. My little owl man. What can you do? Maybe we can blend it a little bit, you know? Yeah. Here we go. I think I can. No, that's okay. We'll make it work. Okay. So then let's take our brown brush here. Got the brown on. Got some green in there. Kind of making a mess. Let's see. Kind of want a light color there. I think what I'll do is take a littler brush and kind of mix it on his belly. I need to get a small brush. Maybe I gotta get in there. Let's see. Let's try this guy. I need to get some more brown, maybe. There we go. So I guess I can see what I'm doing better. There we go. Okay, we're gonna paint up here brown too, so that works out. He's an owl, he should be brown. Even though the other one's stable green. Okay. Let's see. Oh, shoot. Made a mess. Darn it. I was doing so good. That's okay. We'll figure something out. And Bob Ross used to say we don't make mistakes, we have happy accidents. This guy is really super small though for me, and do the best I can, and he's just gonna go up in my bedroom anyway. It's not like giving him to anybody but my Steve. Hey, that looks kind of neat. A little bit more here. Let's get silly. Have some fun. Ooh. What that? Hey, you know what? It's not too bad. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect, but fun nonetheless. And if you're still watching, thank you. If not, no, it's okay. We're having fun. Bob Ross was right about one thing. This is really fun. And he said you're supposed to have fun when you paint. Right? It's supposed to be relaxing. He was right about that. I'm thinking though that if my next painting, not if, because I will do this again, I might get some little painter's tape or contact paper to protect those little areas because I have a hard time with my eyes seeing in the grooves and stuff. So we'll make corrections and learn from this experience and move on to the next one, right? That's what you do. Okay. Just blend in some more of that color there. I actually really like the color he ended up coming out. That's pretty cool. Now, we just got to paint inside his little nose there. And let's see, blue, that's black, yellow, green. Let's see, what color do we want to make his nose? Oh, you know what? That's not blue. That's supposed to be purple. The blue is gone. Let's take some of this blue with this purple. Let's mix it with yellow, green, with the white, brown, I guess. We'll mix all that together and blend it out. Put such a green. Yeah, unfortunately, these paints I'm not be able to use again, so. Cool color. Just go in here like this. Well, there we have our little owl man. And then we have this guy in progress. And I'd like to thank you for watching my video today and listening to my rambles.